Welcome guys, thank you very much for coming back. In last video we turned a 2x4x6 back into its cuboid shape. Now here is how to solve the rest of it. Now of course the way we did it was to keep my 2x2 solve in place. You don't have to, you can always deal with it later, but more and more you get these for later stages, you have to use a different algorithm to put them up in converters without messing anything else up. So if you can keep it intact, it's better. The way I do it is I start with doing the 4 side edges, so the little ones. These are the ones, they don't give you much trouble, it's just a matter of habit, I suppose. I like to do those first. And that's already solved, what needs to be there. So I can switch these two. There's opposite edge swap. Now opposite edge swap couldn't be simpler. It really could not be simpler. To just switch these two is starting from right, yeah, 180, top 180, side 180, and it's done. Is it? No. Top 180, 180, top 180. And that's done. I didn't do that very well, did I? So let's do it again. I want to switch these two together. So starting from here, so don't forget that's coming out of its place. Or shall we just note that it's not? Yeah, let's take that out and we'll do it again. Bring that back. Take that back to that side. So 180, top 180. Right 180, top 180. Right 180, top 180. And that moves opposite edge swap. It does do with these as well, but right now I don't care what happens to these. These are the main priorities. So last time, black and white, black and blue back into black and blue corner. So that goes opposite there. So it'll be 180, top 180, 180, top 180, 180, top 180, and that puts that in place. Now you don't have, well, as it happens, we got lucky we had this. But anything like this, you have that green, all I need to do is put that there. Now ignoring this, let's say that's not happened, I want to just put that in there. All I need to do is turn that into 180 degree opposite and then twist it and bring it back. And that will cure that. Of course I put that out for me, but we pretending that's not there. So if you have a pair you want to move as a pair, you can move it as a 180 degree shifts. Or if it's not, it doesn't matter. If the first one you can put however you want. Turn the side you want. Like for instance, I've got blue and yellow there, yellow and green there. I want to put a yellow and green there. If that's not done, I don't care. It's my first one. I want to put this there. So all I need to do is 180 turn and put it in place and take my 180 back. And that will sort out. After the first one is done, now we're restricted because this restricts our movement for the rest of them. So now the 3 has to be done without messing this up. Now, yes, there are various different algorithms how check which one goes where and which algorithm to use. Mine slightly different. I like to think it's simpler, but might not be for you. Have a look, see what you think. Right, so to do that I want to put this black and blue here. That needs to move there. So if I turn that 90 degrees, put it right next to it like that. So all I need to do is put that there. Now putting that there needs to flip and go up. And if you think about it, it's the same as what we had here. These two were being flipped and swapped. So that's what's going to happen here. So in this case, this front layer is my front and these two inner layers are them two. So it's the same algorithm, yeah, looks slightly different, it's perspective, keep the perspective in mind. Center layers, front, back, of course the top is all bandaged, so you can't go wrong with that one. That's the whole thing, is the top. So we'll do the swapping the two cubies, well in this case cuboids. Swap these two and flip them. So starting from the center right, 180 degrees, back 180, top 180, front down. That's the first step. Top front down, top, front up, top. That's the second step. Then front 180, right up, front 180, left up, back 180, and the right 180. Right, you see the blue went in this place. Of course, now that looks odd. All we need to do is put that back where it originally was, and that is cured, and this one hasn't moved. Leaves me with that and that. I need to switch these two. Of course, they're 180 degrees apart, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn that 180 degrees, bring them next to each other. Right, now they're next to each other. Need to look which one has to stay, which one has to go. This has to go. For that to go, I bring the one I want there. Right, so in that case, that will go there where it's supposed to, and that will go there and go. Okay, so swapping these two this time around. Again, starting from the right 180, back 180, top 180, left 90, and that's the first step. Top 180, right down, top 180, right up, top 180. That's the second step. Now we're starting from the front 180, right up, front 180, left up, back 180, and right 180. And as you can see, the blue and yellow came in place. That it just slides back in its original position and cures that. And if you remember, for a setup we had turned that 180 degrees to bring it next to each other, and that way all of this and all of that is solved. Okay, my 2x2 is still in place, that's not moved, and the two edges are done. Now we're sorting these edges out. Right, now for this, again, just like before, the first one doesn't really matter how you twist them. You just twist them in place as much as you can and get one edge done. I'm looking, I've got, none of these are right, none of them are right. Nothing is in place, so it doesn't matter which one I turn around. All I want to do is to get one of them in. So if I do that and that, I get that one sorted. Of course, that's sorted by luck and they're not. So these two are sorted out just purely by luck, but they're in opposite edge. So I want to swap that with that one. Them two needs to be swapped. Now if I swap in those two, as I said, we'll swap these two as well with a opposite edge swap. There is another algorithm. There is another one. Let me show you this one. On a 2x2, if you remember, there was a time so just these two needed a swap. For them two to swap was top 180, top 180. Oh no, sorry. Top 180. Another top 180. And with that swap, if you look, it's only the opposites have been swapped. So let's have a look one more time how this thing worked. I didn't want to mess the edges up, so it started with two layers. So two layers were top, then the left, just a single top, left again, a single top, left again, and the whole thing. That was swapped around. Now in this case, I don't have a center layer, so I don't have to worry about that because the center layer will not get mixed. So what I need to do is treat these two as that one and treat these two as that one with no center layer. So this is my center separation, that's there, and these two are one block and these two are one block. So I'm going to use them two together. Now how it will work is top 180, left block. So you did both of them together. Top 180, another left block, another top 180, another left block, and guess what? Top 180, and they're lined up. My 2x2 is still in place, and all of these 4 swap with all of them 4. Okay, I'm sure hopefully we'll come across another one, we'll do it again, but that's the algorithm for it. Now we'll come into this. Now if you look, there's 2 red ones here, needs to come here, and 2 orange ones needs to go there. So it's just them 2 need to swap, opposite swaps. We're getting lucky, we've got some very symmetrical solutions. Well, let's do that. So the algorithm is exactly the same, except in this time we only use the layer we want to swap. So 180, left 180, 180, another left 180, 180, left 180, and another 180. And that will swap these 2 with them 2. So they're swapped. So now we're left with that, and that these 2 needs to be swapped around. Now we use the same technique of switching these around. This needs to go, this needs to go, and this needs to come. So if I put that there and switch these 2 around, that will go in its place, that will go there, and the turn back will put it in place. Now in this case, that's my inner, so don't forget we were doing these 2, we had inner right and inner left. That's my inner right, that's my inner left. Yeah, all of that will be my front, and all of that will be my top. So let's do that way then. So starting from right, 180 degrees, back 180 degrees, top 180 degrees, left down, top 180, right down, top 180, right up, top 180. That's step 2. The last step is front 180, right up, front 180, left up, back 180, and 180. Right, now that's not in place, is it? So all you gotta do is just slide it back, and that's sorted, and that's sorted. So in this case, so far we have managed to get all the edges and all the corners in place. All we got left is sort the centers out. On the centers, these centers are first, they're the easiest ones to solve. We'll deal with that in a second. Well, there's 2 there and 2 there. Let's swap them one at a time. It's much simpler to swap them one at a time. What I want to do is, I have a black here, so I want the opposite black there. So this needs to be yellow. Turn that to make that yellow. So now that yellow can twist around, come instead of this black, and the black can go. Now bear in mind, you need to keep your perspective and the turns in the right direction before you mess it up. I've done that so many times. So I'll do 180 degrees, put the yellow where that black was, and then take the yellow out of the axis so it's away from it, and do that 180 degrees, get that out of the way, and then bring that back. So yellows come back. Now we'll push this back up, but we still have to put the other one in place. So if we turn that back to match this, if you turn it the other way around, it'll go wrong. Turn that back to where it is and twist it 180 degrees. In that way, one of the yellows are gone, so it's only have one left. So let's do it again. So you have the yellow there, you have a black there. Now, as it happens, in the right place, that yellow can turn and come place that. So let's do that. 180 degrees. So that's now it's here underneath. Turn that out of the way, so it's on opposite lane. Then turn that 180 degrees. That's out of the way now. Bring that back. They are matched. So turn that back to its original place. Turn this back to its original place and turn it off. And then when you turn this, all the centers are done. I hope you follow that, but the good thing about videos, you can rewind and watch again. Right, now we are the wing centers, I call them. Is that one and that one. There's so many things can go. There's so many different variations, and I will show you how it's done. And more or less all of them is the same algorithm with a little bit of positioning. That's it. When I have them as pair, that's one of the cases they can be. I will turn them opposite each other, so they are opposite each other. And when they're opposite, hold them. Doesn't matter if you hold them away from you or hold them towards you. It really does not matter which way around you hold it. And these are the algorithm I use. So we're starting with the left inner. So left inner, front inner. It's 180 degrees, yeah? Again, left inner and front inner. And when that's done, turn it back, and that's all cured. I could refer to these as eyes. Now these eyes can be opposite each other, or it can be like this one is. That is on right and that's on left. What I want to do is put them next to each other. So this is one of the cases that we will be coming back to. So them two. Opposite, two eyes opposite each other. Again, hold it the same way from left inner and front inner. So left inner, front inner, left inner, front inner, and turn that back, and that cures it. So the centers are done. So let's go through the different cases that can happen, because these are the most complicated part. There is other algorithm to solve this, but they're so complex. Let me just put one of them in there. Right, we have these two. I want to switch these two around. Right, this is the case. That's another case. That's on the right, that's on the left. So they are already matched together. So if they are matched together, all you need to do is line up in the same on the rear left hand side, and then left, right, left, front, and it's good. Yeah? The most complex one, let me just can set up for that one. Sorry, I'm going fast, but I just want to say that that's it. Right, to set up for them. This is one of the more complicated one. They're not symmetrical. This is one way around, an opposite direction. This is one way around, the opposite direction. Yeah, this is one of the most, it's called non-symmetrical centers that need to be cured. What I like to do is to think, okay, there is no two swap, there's always three swap. You cannot do two swaps in any kind of cube, twist cube or cuboid puzzles. But because one of them are the identical colors, is invisible, you can't see. So I need to make three swaps. So what I like to do is keep one of them out of place. Turn that one so these two are in this opposite way, and then do the same algorithm. With doing that, we'll bring them together and bring them together, and then I can turn it to make them next to each other, and again left, front, left, front. Now bear in mind, when I say left and front, we're talking about only the inner edges and their 180 degree soles. That will cure it. In almost all cases, when it comes to it, that algorithm will solve it. It's just a question of where to position those things. With a few tries, I sussed it out myself. I just looked at a few things, had a few goes, and it solved. It should work. By all means, make a comment. Let me know what you think of this kind of solve, if it was easy enough, or I can explain it better, or any specific case that you think, oh, this might not work. If you let me know, I will set up and show you how to do that one. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is one of my favorite cubes. I built it from Kelvin 2x4x6 and well, shape modded it to a perfect cuboid. But I have to say my 5x5x3 is my favorite, and shortly I'll come up with a video for 4x4x2. please tune in, come back and have a look at that one. That's another shape what I'm doing, and won't be long, another month or so that will be up. But make a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. It's nice to know that people actually watch the videos, either enjoy it or even dislike it. I would love to get criticism. Criticism helps improve the work you do. So thank you for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Well, I will make another video soon. Thank you. Bye.